Self-confidence comes from the lack of neglect. If you will not neglect to do the small daily disciplines, that's where self-confidence comes from. Part of good health is self-confidence. I know I'm going to be healthy. I take the Herbalife products. I eat the apple a day. I walk around the block. I do the jogging on the beach. At the end of the day, when you've really poured it on and you've done all the stuff, self-confidence grows. That self-confidence affects your health. It affects your future. It affects your psyche. So this is true. One of the great powers is self-confidence. Self-confidence means willingness to do whatever it takes to achieve. Some people say, well, I'll do it for a little while and see what happens. You know, I'll try a couple of things. If that doesn't work, I'm out of here. And all of us know that that kind of person doesn't have much of a future. But if you're willing to do whatever it takes.
Or are they pissing on it the people that you spend time with are going to make or break your dreams? Everybody don't deserve to be around you. You got a defender of light with your life. But will you let them complete their mission, or will you fulfill your destination and your purpose for being on this earth? You're great at something. It's up to you to find out what it is. Your excuses are lies. Little lies that you think makes life easier, but they don't. Now I know, in the morning you got that blanket, giving you a warm hug, and you got the pillow, which is whispering in your ear telling you it's okay. Telling you to stay just a little longer. But don't listen to them. They're lying to you. Listen to your alarm clock, which is telling you to get up and get some. Listen to the weight room. The pull-up bar, which is telling you to face reality, and listen to your will, which is telling you to get up and crush everything, regardless of how you feel. Don't negotiate with weakness. Kill it.
You have to be able to be like a solid tree. We all share certain traits. For example, I don't like to argue. I don't like stress. I don't like conflict. But sometimes you have to face the conflict and the stress and the source of that and get it out of the way. Don't keep it inside. Somehow you have to purge yourself of this thing that's eating you alive. There's different ways of doing it. Getting it to someone's grill, or you start to use your head and work your way around the problem without offending anyone, but you're getting your point across. But sometimes you just have to offend someone.
You see, greatness is right on the other side of pain, so what are you running from it for? You say you want to be successful then? Push through it, stop making excuses and go get it. Very few battles are won under ideal circumstances. So you gotta simulate and practice the unknown so that the unexpected will not derail you. Every morning when you get up, ask yourself, how can I put myself in a place where I'll be uncomfortable? So you have to master the unknown. You gotta master your fears. You gotta master the unexpected, so when it happens, you are prepared. Champions keep going with everyone else around them is quitting. They have immersed themselves in pain so often that they have become immune to it. Greatness is on the other side of pain. Go get it. The more you expose yourself to pain, the more comfortable you will become in its presence. A champion's workout doesn't officially start. Until pain arrives, everything else is just a warm-up.
At what point do you become stronger than your strongest excuse? Meaning, even when it's valid, you can use it, and it's probably wrong that it happened, but at what point do you become stronger than your strongest excuse? Because at a certain point, life is going to place everybody in a position to where you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. In 08, I'm sure it's a lot of people that went bankrupt because their foundation wasn't intact. The adversity that hit them, they didn't even know how strong they were. They didn't even know what they possessed.
What's the reason you've given yourself why you can't be successful and you can't be better? Let me tell you something I've learned. It's way easier to blame someone else than to get honest with yourself. What's the reason? What excuse have you bought into? What excuse have you believed that's not allowing you to live the life God's called you to live? I gotta have the courage to stop making excuses. I know a lot of our young people are overcoming disabilities, and I meet a lot of your children who struggle with ADHD, ADD, and are dyslexic. Let me tell you something. It's just something that you have to overcome, but God will use it to make you better.
See, in life, you can go through life, you can come up with reasons, or you can come up with results. You can come up with excuses, or you can come up with achievements. You can go through life blaming, or you can come up with solutions. The choice is in your hands. Satisfaction or despair, we can choose that. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting after it every daggone day. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do now. My new norm is you get up every morning at 4 o'clock and you suffer. That became my new life. Most people want to get out of it. I said, nah, this is your new life. This is who you are. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how minuscule. The movement is but make movement. Move forward and do that every single day, no matter what.
Who's offending you? That's fair. And it takes courage. Actually, it takes courage to do a lot of things. It takes a lot of guts to stay in school. It's courage. It takes courage to get up every morning, and bravery and pushing yourself when you don't want to go to work, to supply food for yourself and your family. It takes courage to stick your head above the crowd and voice your own opinion, even though it's not a popular one, but it's one that you feel so deep in your soul that you have to get it out. You can't go through life living on lies. Quite often, you just have to stand up and grab life by the throat and not let go until you succeed.
Your mouth is a creative weapon. It's not a tool for distributing excuses. The first sign of a loser is an excuse champions. Take full responsibility, good or bad, for their outcomes. Tell the world one time what you're gonna do, and that's it. Spend less time talking and more time grinding. Think like a champion. Speak like a champion, and then work it out. Grind 120 all day. Every day, stop making excuses. Champions make adjustments, not excuses. Every time you justify being average, you invite in the enemy. Mediocrity is a dream killer. Your coach, your trainer, your teacher, your foes is not the problem, it's your consistency. You got to make a decision. How bad do you want it? Average is on the left, success is on the right. You got to choose which one you want. A champion's workout doesn't officially begin until pain arrives.